When we think about what we actually do to these animals, when it comes to meat production, when you deconstruct what it actually is, we look at a female animal and we look at her and we know that we can get her pregnant. And we know that we can do all of this because we have the power to and we have the ability to. So we use mothers, we use females and exploit their female anatomy, their reproductive organs, to make babies. And we make them make babies, we force them to have babies because we want to eat their own children. Now, if this doesn't sound like some kind of psychopathic system or psychopathic pattern, that we look at a female body and we recognize that she has the capacity to make children, so we forcefully impregnate her to then steal her own children away from her, to then eat her babies. So when we look at these animals such as cows, sheep, pigs, they're all mammals. Now we have to recognize these mammals. The key word of mammals is mammary, which is the breastfeeding ability. It means they're mothers. They're not objects, they're individual mothers with families. And when we consume animal products, we are separating mothers from children. Now we can imagine that the most painful experience for a mother would be to have a child taken from her. We know that the most beautiful part of being a mother is to have that emotional and physical connection with your own child. And we deprive these animals of this very beautiful experience. And these mothers are seen to be in extraordinary emotional anguish after having their children taken from them. And it's no surprise. They are mammals after all. It's very naive and very offensive for us to assume that their motherhood is any less deserving than ours. I myself don't have to be a mother or don't have to be a cow to appreciate that I wouldn't want my baby taken from me. So if I wouldn't hypothetically want my child taken from me, why am I so willing to purchase dairy and create this very horrendous reality for another mother? I don't have a right to take a baby away from another mother. We do these very horrendous acts to animals, and they do have the emotional and intelligent capacity to be aware of what's going on, and they show very clear signs of their mental suffering during these processes. So it's not just the fact that we take these lives away from them, we bully them and we abuse them for their entire life. And their one mercy is that we actually take this suffering away from them. We have an alternative choice. We can just let them be free. We can let these mammals be mothers. We can let these families be families. And we can let them experience their one and only life experience. And that's what makes our life so special too. And it's unfair that we expect to live our lives in a free way, but then take away freedoms of others and don't let them be families. So this is all veganism is about, is understanding what our core essential needs are and just granting their core essential needs to them also. Because after all, that sounds pretty fair.